Caitlin Clark, let it be known, she does not like this Stephanie White offense, how these players in the WNBA don't even know where to move or how to move or where to cut. And that leads to a lot of her turnovers. And she also states how much she misses Lisa Bluder. And I think all of us Indiana Fever Caitlin Clark fans prefer if Lisa Bluder was the head coach of the
Caitlin Clark didn't just light up the scoreboard. She may have torched her entire playbook in the process. Picture a rookie shattering records while side-eyeing the very system she's running. Then tossing in a wish for her old college coach to swoop in like a basketball fairy tale. Clark's waves are crashing harder than a half-court buzzer beater, and the whispers from the locker room might be even hotter than the game highlights. The question is,
I mean, what's going on here? And I'm sorry, but if Stephanie White's supposed to be this all-world coach, you're not going to show up to a game against the Phoenix Mercury with DeWanna Bonner playing on the other side after what she did to the Indiana Fever franchise, and you show up there and somehow the team is lifeless? Sophie Cunningham coming back to Phoenix and the team is lifeless? That is the...
Caitlin Clark didn't enter the WNBA to politely dribble and follow the pass here, pass there, run in a circle routine. This is the same player who, from her rookie college year, had Lisa Bluder all but toss her the keys to a Ferrari and say, "Go drive. Just don't crash." And Clark didn't crash. She took it off-road, floored it in a 40 zone, and still made it look like a highlight reel every single night.
Of why I can't stand Stephanie White as a basketball coach for Caitlin Clark. Like, I don't think that Stephanie White is a bad coach. I don't get it twisted. She's not a bad coach at all. I just don't think she's the right coach for Caitlin Clark. So let's take a listen to this right here. This was on the podcast with Super 8.
But I think that's even been something like me and Steph have like always talk about when we go and watch film, and even like that New York game where like I played really, really well. Obviously scored a lot of points. I think I had 9 assists or 10 assists that game.
She was a rebound and assist off a 32-point triple-double. And like, is the only reason her team...
So you can imagine the whiplash when she lands in the WNBA and suddenly finds herself in Stephanie White's offense, which, if we're being brutally honest, feels less like a real offense and more like a neighborhood HOA meeting deciding mailbox colors. Rules everywhere. Creativity nowhere to be found.
Man, it's just going to be interesting to see her come back and see this team fully go full circle around their set leader, and I'm still banking on it being Caitlin Clark. Without Caitlin Clark, they had 19 in the one game and 16 in their previous game without CC even playing.
Then comes the Liberty game. Caitlin's cooking, not warming up, not getting started. Cooking like the fire department should be on standby. Fourth quarter hits and, sure, she makes 2 turnovers. Big deal. Even Michael Jordan lost the ball and nobody told him, "You're done, grab a folding chair." But here, boom, Clark's benched like a kid in timeout. The heat instantly sucked out of the game.
My precious Cece, she was upset. She didn't say nothing, no smiling, walked off, not looking at no cameras. I'm talking about, you can tell it's all on her face. She got it in her mind. But look, I need y'all to understand. That was so embarrassing and pathetic, and the teamwork was not there. But I remember Jordan had got hurt his second year. He didn't come back into playoffs, and that playoff series was legendary. He scored 63 points in one game, but he still lost though.
Meanwhile, you've got other players tossing the ball away like it's a free gift with purchase and still racking up minutes. The exceptions, Tash and Mitchell. The only 2 besides Clark who seem to have the green light to play like basketball isn't a military parade.
The Stephanie White offense compared to what she was doing at Iowa when she took over the world. Let's take a look.
At the college, like it was very similar. Like all out attack, like we're known to have like 5 shooters on the floor at all time. Like we played with really good floor spacing, and at Iowa it was the same way. Like 4 people were on the floor that could shoot at the same time. Then obviously we usually played with a true post, but they rarely missed too. Like Mon never missed. Like Hannah Stolke was tremendous when I was there too, and even our backup post players. Like I always think about like how Coach Bluder like ran practices and things, and like I'm very fortunate looking back and like now going to like watch other colleges practices and things like that. Like she really like was so intentional about like making sure everyone was on the
Here's the problem. Coaches like Stephanie White are so wrapped up in don't make a mistake basketball that they forget it's supposed to be put on a show basketball. You don't win games, or fans, by trying not to embarrass yourself. That's not offense. That's hostage negotiations with a shot clock. Lisa Bluder never coached like that. She didn't panic if Clark fired a risky pass or pulled up from the parking lot. She knew high risk, high reward plays are the reward. You don't pull the reins just because the last gamble failed. You double down, because the next one might end the game. But in White's system, Aitlin's vision is locked in a cage. She sees plays 3 seconds before they unfold, a gift most vets never get, and instead of unleashing it, White keeps her boxed in like she might dribble into another dimension if given too much freedom.
In over 10 years, and Caitlin Clark has something to do with that, man. They was 8-5 with Caitlin. At the end of the day, no matter how many games they win, they lost more games without Caitlin Clark playing. Like, so everybody argument that Caitlin Clark is the Achilles heel, Caitlin Clark is this and that, your argument is obsolete, bro. They will forever have that notion on there, that blemish on there. Now, if they would have won more games, lost less, then you might have had it.
You know what's missing in the W right now? Basketball IQ that leads the game instead of chasing it. Some college coaches have it in buckets. Drop Lisa Bluder into the WNBA tomorrow, and she'd have a team hitting 110 a night without sweating. Instead, the league trades creativity for safe basketball, about as thrilling as watching paint dry in slow motion. Players avoid risks because risks equal bench time. For Clark, that means her creativity gets muzzled and her confidence chipped away. Bring back college freedom. Bring in coaches who know a turnover chasing greatness is worth 10 safe plays that go nowhere. Bring back Lisa Bluder energy, and maybe we'll finally get the kind of basketball that makes people put their phone down.
Thea lost though, but at the end of the day, he fought, and you could tell that he missed being away from the game. So I can see my precious CC coming back doing her thing for the playoffs. I just want her to be 100% healthy at the end of the day. If Stephanie White gonna keep jeopardizing.
Right now, the only thing more predictable than the offense is Clark getting benched for daring to be exciting. And if that's the standard, don't be surprised when the league loses what it needs most: players worth watching. Let's talk about the real elephant in the gym: the WNBA's veteran bias. Think meritocracy runs the show? Cute. In reality, if you've been around longer than a rookie, you can trip over your own laces, brick 3 layups, and pass to the mascot and still play on. Rookie makes one flashy turnover trying to create, boom, bench. From day one, Bluder didn't just give Clark the offense. She gift-wrapped it, slapped on a do not return tag, and said, "It's yours. Make it sparkle." Bluder knew confidence is built by letting players figure it out in real time, even if it gets messy.
Indiana Fever fans, so let's keep it real, let's keep it 100 like I'm being frank, you hear me? So let me ask y'all again, is Stephanie White a good coach, a great coach? I'm waiting. No, she not even close. If anything, she puts a star in the offense. She's sucking the life out of the team, out of the franchise. And Kelly Krostoff, whatever her name is, Lyndon, you hear me? They all need to go.
Looking at the recent games, Stephanie White's offense feels like filing your taxes. Needlessly complicated, full of steps that drain your energy, and ending with everyone frustrated. The sets are rigid, the ball movement is hesitant, and the pace is painfully cautious. It's like driving 35 miles per hour in the fast lane with hazard lights flashing. You're not crashing, but no one's enjoying the ride. And this isn't about Caitlin Clark adjusting as a rookie. This is about stripping away the one thing that made her dangerous: her unpredictability. The defense should never know if she's about to pull up from the logo, thread a pass through traffic, or flip the tempo of the game in an instant. But in a system that treats creativity like it's a rule violation, that magic disappears. It's basically code for, play by our rules, even if it kills your natural game. Coaches like Lisa Bluder understand the difference, when to rein a player in, and when to just unleash them. You think Bluder would have benched Clark after 2 late turnovers? Not a chance. She'd have drawn up another play for her and told her, Make them regret thinking you're off tonight.
White, Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White remains fully confident in her team following Thursday's deflating loss. The veteran coach sent a clear message. It was a 35-point ass drubbing. It was deliverance and Ned Beatty. Anybody seen that? Squeal like a pig? Yeah. The Phoenix Mercury bleeped the shit out of the Indiana Fever lab.
And that's the bigger point. What kind of message does it send to the team? If your rookie star, the one driving ticket sales, TV ratings, and actual wins, gets benched for one mistake, what does everyone else take from that? Play it safe. Avoid risk. Never try anything outside the system. That's basketball with the fun surgically removed. The real shortage here isn't talent. It's coaching IQ. Some of the sharpest minds in the game aren't on WNBA benches at all. They're still in college, doing more with less and keeping players engaged. Put someone like Bluder in charge of a pro roster, and suddenly you've got a team that looks like it loves basketball again. The truth? Plenty of players in this league have mastered the art of looking busy while accomplishing nothing. They don't take risks, and they don't rock the boat, so they're safe. But Clark, she takes one too many chances, and suddenly she's a spectator for the rest of the night.
In the post-game press conference, Caitlin Clark Stephanie White made sure to give out about Caitlin Clark not passing the ball to Dantas. Like, we've seen Damiris Dantas play. She can't shoot. Why would Caitlin Clark pass the ball on an all-time heater to Dantas?
This just his last game this year. I started the fourth quarter off with like 3 turnovers in a row or 2 turnovers in a row, and Steph yanked me, and she was like this is like a learning moment. Like, you got to be able to yes, like maybe it could have been there, like maybe you could have thrown a little bit better of a pass, maybe they could have caught it, but like, do we need that in this moment?
If the WNBA truly wants to grow, it can't muzzle the most exciting player to enter in years. Give Clark the same freedom she had with Bluder, because that's when she's lethal. Turnovers happen. They're part of aggressive basketball. You can't remove them without also removing the moments that make fans jump out of their seats. What's worse than turnovers? An offense so predictable the defense could defend it blindfolded while reciting the alphabet backwards. High IQ players like Clark learn through mistakes. They adapt on the fly. Benching her doesn't teach anything except hesitation. And this isn't just a Caitlin Clark problem. It's a league problem. But she's the perfect example because we've already seen her at her best. She lit up college basketball playing her way, and now she's being squeezed into a system built for the coach's comfort zone, not hers. That doesn't just limit her game, it dims the spark that made her a star before she ever turned pro.
Lisa Bluder always made sure people knew what they were going to do, aka she made sure people knew their role. Everybody knew their role, and that is the problem with the Indiana Fever and the bullcrap that Caitlin Clark deals with now. We got Natasha Howard coming in talking about she wanted to win MVP. Red flag. Red flag. We got Caitlin Clark, and you're talking about joining this team and winning MVP. She didn't know her role. Didn't know her role. That is the difference. We got a bunch of people on this team that do not know and understand their role.
The fix isn't complicated. Hire coaches who adapt to their players, not the other way around. Let Clark run. Let her improvise. And yes, let her make mistakes. The WNBA doesn't need more safe, forgettable possessions. It needs more plays that make fans' jaws drop. You can't get that without a little chaos. Fans aren't buying tickets to watch teams tiptoe through games. They're there for moments they'll remember years from now. Yet the league's biggest playmaker is spending too much time on the bench instead of creating them. And enough with the idea of protecting her like she's made of glass. Protect her from what? She's the same player who walked into hostile arenas in college, dropped 40 points, and silenced the crowd. You can't win if your offense telegraphs every pass. And right now, her system is as predictable as a DMV line.
Today, Stephanie White has a clear conundrum on her hands, and she needs to figure out a solution to this problem before it's too little, too late. When Caitlin Clark was out with injury, Natasha Howard played well. Natasha Howard played well enough that kept us afloat along with Ari McDonald, along with Kelsey Mitchell, but Natasha Howard wasn't nearly as much of a hinder to the offense with Caitlin.
In college, Clark wasn't just scoring, she was conducting an orchestra. Every possession carried the possibility of something wild happening. A logo three, a no-look dime, a quick steal into a fast break. That unpredictability was her edge, and it kept fans glued to every possession. Strip that away, and you're not just altering her game, you're sanding down the very thing that made her elite. The solution is simple. Give her back the freedom Bluder gave her from day one. Let her make the passes that might fail, because half the time they'll succeed, and when they do, they'll be on every highlight reel in the country. Right now, the WNBA is holding a golden ticket in Caitlin Clark. But if it keeps trying to box her into a rigid mold, it risks turning that ticket into nothing more than a bland receipt. And receipts don't sell out arenas.